to share a few words with us. Let's take it up for him, ladies and gentlemen.
Hello, good evening everybody. My name is Randall. For those of you who don't know me, I am Lester's younger brother. Before I go any further, I want to get straight to the point. So if everybody can raise their glass with me. And please join me in acknowledging and honoring very important people here tonight. A reason we're all here. So here it is. Here's to the bar staff. Jokes aside, this part of the speech will sound like an echo for the previous speech that had gone on. But I wanted to take this opportunity to thank everybody for being here. Especially friends and family who traveled far and wide to join us today. Let's also thank the parents of Kim and Lester, so Mom and Dad, Mr. and Mrs. Lamb, for one, raising such wonderful human beings, and of course, the role they played and the support they provided to make today such a beautiful day. To the bridal party, groomsmen, you've cleaned up surprisingly well. I'm sure you'll all agree that the bridesmaids look beautiful. Of course, Kim, you look stunning and you look shiny. When Lester asked me to be his best man, I was really happy. Considering I'm his only brother, I would have hoped it was an easy choice for you, Lester. But I was quite nervous. Not for the part of walking down the aisle or holding the rings and not losing them, but really for the speech right now. So I went online and I spent hours watching YouTube videos. Seeing what people would say. I went on websites, I read up, things to avoid, things to talk about, and I found a common theme. Every best man deliberately set out to make their 5-minute speech the most uncomfortable and embarrassing 5 minutes of the groom's evening. Now, I'm sorry to disappoint you, but I have far too much respect for Lester, and it would be inappropriate, out of line for me, to go into stories about when we were in Cuba and on his bachelor party, the drunken escapades we took part in. Or, the time when Lester, being the smart guy he is, in the dead of winter, when running late for work, instead of doing the responsible thing and cleaning off the windshield properly, he thought it would be fine to scrape a little box right in front of where he would seal it. Bad idea. Within 50 feet of the house, the little box had fogged up, and Lester had rear-ended the van. A park van, I'm sorry. But you know what? I'm not going to go into those stories. Lester, you can thank me later. So, Lester and Kim, you guys are finally married, for better or for worse, which is, it's quite fitting, because Lester, I don't think you could have done any better than Kim. She's beautiful, she's smart, she takes care of you. Sadly, Kim, I don't think you could have done it any worse. You know what? That's not fair. To be fair to Lester, I did prepare a few good things to say about him. Just a moment. So, Lester is hardworking, funny, loving, good-looking, genuine. I'm sorry, Lester, I can't read your writing. Jokes aside, I want to tell you a little bit about Lester and his childhood. So you can see how he's grown up to be a fine, young, strappy man that you see in front of you. So when Lester was younger, he was quite shy. He always kept to himself. He was always the shyer kid. Growing up, he's totally different. I mean, a small amount, I must stress, a very small amount of alcohol, and Lester does not stop talking. But you know what? You need to be really careful if you're giving Lester alcohol. Anything more than a small amount, and it does the opposite. He stops talking and he goes straight to sleep. Another thing with Lester is, growing up, he was always the kid at school with a mismatched fleece sweatsuit, different colored socks, shoes that didn't match. These days, luckily, Lester's fashion sense has improved. Thank you, Kim, for dressing Lester up today. One thing, however, that has never changed with Lester is his love for computers. This started quite early on in our childhood. It was 1990s, and we bought our first computer. You guys might laugh, but at the time, this was top of the line. It was a 75 megahertz Pentium 1. The weekend that we got the computer, we'd also gotten the best game out there at the time. It was called Mech Warrior. So it was a Sunday, and Lester and I decided, you know what, we're going to stay home, we're sick. So we told our mom, we're laying in our bed, we said, Mom, you know what, we're sick, we're going to stay home for church, you and Dad go. You know, our mom's pretty smart, so she gave us specific instructions. Do not play on the computer. Jesus will know that you're lying. So Mom and Dad left, and of course, as soon as the door closed, Lester and I shot out of our beds, ran on the computer, started playing Mech Warrior. Of course, being young, we had lost track of time. So before we knew it, the door had opened. Mom and Dad were walking up the stairs. But now that I think back, I think Mom ran up the stairs to see if she could catch us. And as soon as I heard the door open, I thought, you know what, everybody for themselves. I ran into my room, lay down in bed, pretending I was sleeping. Now, at this point, any normal kid would have pulled the plug on the computer or shut it down really quickly. Not Lester. He had far too much respect and love for his computer that he saved the game first, closed the program, and waited until the screen changed and said, it's safe to shut down the computer now. Of course, Lester got caught, but this was a good lesson. This is the first time I really looked up to Lester. I found that, you know, showed his character. He knew the consequences of what he did, and he took it like a man. I wanted to share with you the day Kim and Lester became girlfriend and boyfriend. I was sitting in my room, Lester was in high school, and he had just gotten off the phone with Kim. So in the corner of my eye, I see sprinting into his room Lester. Sprinting all out, running to his room, belly flopping onto his bed, and looking into the sky with his arms out screaming, I have a girlfriend! I have a girlfriend! That was honestly the happiest I've ever seen Lester. Aside from today when he got to marry, obviously, Kim. You know what, before I come to the end of the speech, I want to leave you with some simple rules, Lester. You know, this is a little cheat sheet. Follow these rules, and I assure you will have a happy marriage. The first few are quite simple. Number one, Kim is always right. Easy enough. Number two, this goes along with number one. Kim is never wrong. The third one is Kim makes all the rules. Number four, it starts to get a little tricky, so listen up. Kim can change your mind about any particular thing at any point in time. Number five, Lester, you must never change your mind about anything without prior written consent from Kim. Number six, Kim has a right to be angry or upset at any time. Number seven, Lester, you must always remain calm, unless for some reason Kim would like you to be angry or upset. Number eight, this one's going to be quite hard for you, so you have to work it. Computer game time or any type of personal recreational activity must be pre-approved by Kim. Number nine, again, this one's tricky, you'll need to work at it. Lester, you must always know what Kim is thinking. And you must never, ever ask the dreaded question, what is wrong? Unless you're ready for some serious bodily harm. Now, the last rule, I want you to remember this if you're going to remember anything from this speech tonight. Every day you wake up, Lester, make it a goal to do anything in your power to make Kim as happy as you were the day she said yes to being your girlfriend, and the day today she married you. You do that, and I promise you, she'll cut you slack on a lot of these rules. And now, I would like to ask everybody to please raise your glasses. Again, for real this time. Lester and Kim, may you have years of happiness. May your dreams come true together. I love you guys, and Kim, welcome to the family.